Here we go. Who the hell are you, man? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
We are the Knights!
Hold on to your butt.
And now for something completely different.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Knights of Nerdatude podcast. We're a podcast for all things nerd. My name is Chris. I'm here with...
I'm smarter than a beaver. It's Sam.
Now with an ad-supported option, it's John.
And I'm pretty sure at least one of us is a diesel. It's Sean.
Ooh, we touched everything here. So we got some news. We're going to do Bullet Train review. And we're going to do Prey review. We touched all three. Very well done, guys.
Thank you.
We coordinate. So.
Yeah, totally.
Just totally didn't make that up 2 seconds before.
Anyway, no, that was on point. I'm very, very impressed by that. All right. Anyway, let's start off with the news. John, would you like to lead with the... Because you had the news thing.
I would. Well, this is just really quick. Disney. So I remember when we first talked about Disney Plus, when they announced the prices, which was like, what was it originally? Like
$5 or $6.99.
Yeah, incredible, especially for literally like all the Disney movies.
$70 a year.
Yep, they bumped it. I think last year to $7.99 or $6.99, and now it's gonna go up to like $9.99. It's the the first one's free. They got you hooked. And now they're coming for the rest of you.
Yeah, and Netflix and
Hulu is going to be, if you want no ad Hulu, is going to be $15 a month, which is
What is it now?
very pricey.
I think it's 15 right now.
I think it is. Yeah, I'm almost certain.
pretty sure it's
I think
I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
looked
it's
at my
15.
bill. I think I just got charged.
Okay. I was not prepared for
I
this.
spent so much money in streaming services.
I know.
It's really hard.
Oh, God. I feel like I got to trim back. But I watch them all. That's my issue.
That's the problem. There comes in waves. But the thing is, there's got to be one where you like drop and give
Right.
based on what's coming out and stuff,
Here, let me give you the really quick rundown.
All right.
Hulu with ads is going up $1 to $7.99. Hulu without ads is going to $14.99 from $12.99. Disney Plus is going from $7.99 to $10.99. That's a big percentage-wise.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a big
big jump.
jump.
That's like 40%. That's like 30. I don't know. Don't ask me math questions. I'm only an accountant.
Inflation, home slice. Inflation.
Yeah, I know. Inflation on the cost of showing me Dumbo, or 1950s Dumbo or 40s Dumbo.
Yeah, that's right.
30s Dumbo.
No, it was 30.
Okay, Operation Dumbo Drop.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Operation Dumbo Drop.
That's not on Disney Plus, is it?
I feel like it
That was
has
a
to.
I
Disney
think that's like
movie,
a
right?
weird Disney, like a Miramax or something.
No, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure that was
know.
Disney.
It might have been Disney Plus though. Adding an ad option. Do you guys do any of those? The ones with the ads?
Peacock. I do
Okay.
with ads because I don't. That's the one that I watch the least.
But do you pay for it, or do you
I
have
think
a
I
login?
I think I pay for it, but it's like the base one.
Okay, you can just
that's
get
the
it totally
$4.99.
for free.
Well, the reason why I don't go totally free is I think was it Halloween?
Yeah,
was
there's certain
that?
movies you can't
Certain
get.
movies
Okay.
you can't. If it drops that
Gotcha.
day, you can't watch.
No ads for anything.
And ESPN Plus went up too. And I guess they might do away with the bundle,
Oh,
but they'll do like an ad-supported one or something like that. So
Really quick callback. Operation Dumbo Drop is on Disney Plus. Just looked it up.
R.I.P. Ray Liotta. Yeah, he's in that, right?
I don't know. I know
I think Dennis Leary
Dennis Leary definitely
and
is.
Danny Glover, right?
Yep.
I think Disney is the number 2 subscribing service.
That's number one now.
Is it number 1 now?
I'm
really?
pretty sure it just.
U.S., right?
I don't know.
Because I could have swore there was 202 million for Netflix and there was like 190 for Disney or
It
something.
was Ray Liotta.
It was. Okay.
Anyway. So, yeah, Disney's up in their price. I mean, number 1, about time.
Yeah.
But it
Oh,
also...
yeah. I mean, I'm
They-
not surprised.
They built
Yeah.
a good catalog. When it first dropped,
Well, yeah.
there wasn't a really good catalog. It was like
Of original stuff.
right,
yes.
right. Well, not just original. Like even of the movies, they didn't like flow out all the original classics at once. They've
You know
been
how they are with
slow.
that fault.
Yeah, I know. They love that vault.
So one interesting take I've seen lately is talking about how like they're being very selective of what things to put in theaters, and not to trample on what we're going to talk about later was Prey, which was very deliberately released on streaming.
Yes.
And I guess the reason for that is that if it was released theatrically, they'd have to put it up, since it was a Fox
Yeah.
movie. They'd have to put it up on HBO at the same time, just like
Right.
they've done with like West Side Story, Nightmare
Bob's
Alley.
Burgers did
Yeah.
that.
Not exclusively, right?
No, they can
yeah,
also
they
put
can
it
both.
on.
Yeah.
It was just a deal that
But they'd
Fox
have to
had.
share it.
Yeah.
It was a Fox deal from before the merger.
But they're talking about like, if you're gonna put all this stuff out streaming and not put enough stuff in theaters, like the theaters need to like, have something to draw people in, or else they're
Right.
not just gonna disappear.
yeah.
And then you don't get those blockbusters that happen anymore.
Right, and those are incredibly lucrative. So I think part of the thing, I mean, we always knew the price was going to go up on the streaming, but it's just like, okay, so there's like 5-6 services you can pay $20 a month for. You're probably going to pick 3, maybe 2. Like it's just going to be whatever.
Yeah,
But
pick and choose now. Pick and choose.
We're starting to reach peak bubble.
Oh yeah. People are going to start cutting the streams.
We've already,
look
we've
what
already
happened with
started.
Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already started cutting. Like
Yeah.
you dropped Netflix for a month.
Yeah, I should probably get rid of it again.
I dropped Hulu for like almost a year.
yeah.
I dropped.
Hulu's good though, man.
Yeah.
Like, it
Well,
actually
I
has-
picked it back up last month
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I was in anticipation of this.
Yeah, 100% worth keeping Hulu.
And then I got into a few things. They got some good stuff on Hulu.
Oh, speaking of streaming, I've finally started watching Harley Quinn today. The
okay.
cartoon. It's good.
Yeah.
I recommend it. It's funny.
All right.
I'll have to check that out.
Staying in the HBO sphere here. Last bit of news. Hey guys, it's been 4 days since Ezra Miller got arrested again.
I know, right?
Well,
So we're really
They also can't find that family that was living with him.
well. They were in hiding.
I think
so,
they're just like,
yeah.
can we talk to them? Like, I don't know if they're necessarily lost, but they're, yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, he can't go near them.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's funny is when you go down, because I wanted to see a timeline of stuff, and it's actually on Wikipedia now.
Oh,
When you
boy.
go
course
down,
it
it's
is.
like controversies and
Yeah.
run-ins with the law, and it's like you have to. It fills up the whole screen, but you have to scroll down.
Yeah.
When if you
Yeah,
go
is there a
down,
supplementary article
when
now?
if you go down to his filmography, it's just on one screen. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
half a screen. So we're at the point where like, okay, we need to consider casting this guy in the future.
Well-
when you actually have to scroll down more to see his arrest record, than you actually have to see his film.
He's reaching O.J. Simpson territory.
yeah.
The controversy part is much longer than the filmography.
Yeah.
I don't know if
But-
we're quite there, but
But we're at.
We're approaching. We're
I
not
think.
there
I
yet.
think
there's a certain threshold of
Yeah.
double homicide that probably.
He was acquitted.
so. WB and DC need to come up with something now
Well-
because I have a feeling this is not going to go away.
No.
Well, so
He's been arrested 3 times.
yeah, I
in
saw
the past
I saw an article
6
on
months.
this today. I don't forget who the sources were quoted, so take this for what it's worth. But they're saying they're weighing like either having him just like doing a like press interview like one, and then just like having nothing to do with the rest of the like release.
Still showing in theaters.
Yeah. Well, and then 2, he just does none of the publicity for it. Probably just have like Keaton out there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then 3, like shelve it.
Yeah.
Shelve it.
I've heard a lot of buzz around shelving it.
But
What's your hats in? What are you guys or recast?
Well,
I mean, that's I'll give that like
that-
200 to 1
that's-
odds.
that
but
gets way
I-
expensive.
yeah.
I
they're-
doubt they do that. They'd have to remake.
They
the
killed
movie.
Batgirl because it was going to go
Right.
over 100 million. Like,
And this is
Wow,
an
this is-
expensive movie.
yeah.
And I mean, they just went through something similar with Justice League, not the Snyder Cut, but even before that,
Yeah.
where they had to reshoot a substantial part of it, and they definitely did not. They definitely lost money on that one. So
Yeah. So where are your hats? What do you think?
I think.
I think they'll release it.
I think they'll release
theaters or streaming?
Release
Theaters.
theaters.
100%.
No press with him.
no,
No,
yeah,
no,
I don't
no.
think they'll do press.
You cut ties. Like, no matter how good this movie does, unfortunately, this is it.
If anything, I sort of feel like they lean a little into the controversy and like kind of try to play up the whole like, hey, maybe it's a train wreck. Why don't you come see it? It's got Ezra Miller in it.
Yeah, but then you're.
Eh? Then you're what? Making money.
Yeah,
Like-
but you're actually advertising that it's a bad movie already.
no, they do it subtly. They don't.
They don't literally say it's a bad movie.
I mean, the movie must be like, I don't even want to say pretty good, but like it can't
Bearable.
be like meh, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it-
it's
yeah.
gotta be.
I'm not even saying like even the quality of the movie, just all the controversy around it. Like maybe they try and like tap into that, the controversy around it.
No, but like with Batgirl, I guess my point was more like, that movie was not great.
Right.
Pretty clearly. So they so for them to put up with all this shit, which I don't know. I still feel like this isn't really like people who are online are aware of this. Like this isn't like a total train wreck.
Yeah, but
Ezra Miller isn't a household name.
no, not
No,
at
but the-
all.
but the
it's
thing
not
is-
is like the late night shows talking about this or whatever. Like if this isn't even like
I'm
close
sure-
to like Tom
I'm
Cruise
sure it's
jumping on a
mentioned.
couch kind of thing.
I'm sure it's been mentioned. But look, it's not. It might not be like talk of the town, for lack of a better term, but he did get arrested twice in Hawaii, once in Vermont, and he has a couple of restraining orders in I think both states actually,
Yeah,
and I think
both.
there's one in the Midwest somewhere too. At some point, the law is going to say you've been arrested too many. Next time you're going to jail for like 30 days. I can see this happening next, where he either gets short imprisonment time, or he's probably already on probation. Like, I mean, come on. He has all this stuff against
Have all
him?
those arrests gone through the courts yet?
Yeah, I
don't
don't.
think
I
so.
don't
Well,
think
they've
so.
turned into-
I mean, you
I
can just get
know-
arrested. If they're not
Yeah.
charged with anything,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
No, I get it, but
problem is-
he already it's resulted from he has things resulted of it, like restraining orders or
He's been in trouble with the
a couple
law
of it.
enough where it's rubbing off on DC and Warner Brothers.
it's
Yeah,
not
like-
just that, it's just the court system. How many times are you going to get in trouble before something? You'd be punished for it.
Well, I mean, you can get arrested for a lot of different reasons. Not to go all like libertarian, like civil liberties guy.
I agree, but if you get arrested for like simple burglary 3 times, you're probably going to go to jail for 30 days.
It really
Depends.
it really depends on, are you convicted like
Yeah.
3 times?
Well,
You can't
I
just-
guess
you
you can
can't
also
just be-
plead no contest.
you can't
too.
just go to
Yeah.
jail for being a sketchy dude.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I
but
mean,
when you get arrested for burglary, you may not get pressed charges, but you still have to. I think you still have to go in front of a judge, right? And then he'll sign off or something like
Nope.
that. No,
Well, no. I mean,
you're
if
arrested,
if they
they-
can't charge you, they can like detain you for like 24 hours. And they have to
72,
cut
I
you
believe.
loose. Okay, yeah.
They can
even
hold
if you
you.
committed a crime.
They can hold you 72 hours without charging you with anything.
Well, he was arrested for burglary.
yeah.
You can
Right.
still get
Yeah, and they,
charged for burglary,
they
and then you
I
get
don't
a
think
slip
that's
probably
gone
for
through
your
the
court
courts
date.
yet.
Yeah.
Well, you probably get a slip that says show up on this date for your court
they
date.
may not-
You're released
they-
on your own recognizance.
They may be like, we don't have much of a case, so they'll just like.
We
okay,
should
we'll
get
drop it.
a lawyer friend on to just talk about not even tell him
I'm
what
not-
we're going to talk about and be like, yeah, it's the Starship Troopers one. Yeah.
I'm not.
Just ask him Ezra Miller question.
It wouldn't shock me if he gets arrested one more time. He actually serves a little bit of jail time.
I would not be surprised.
It
if
would
he goes to
it would
jail.
depend on if he gets convicted of all these.
But
things.
Well,
okay,
it's-
let's word
It's
it.
all happened in 6 months. I don't think he's
Yeah,
actually. Had
let's
a court
word it
date
this
yet.
way.
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Let's word it this way: in the not too distant future, do any of us see Ezra Miller spending time behind bars in jail? I do. I think it's.
I'm 60-40.
coming.
He's going to.
I think it's coming.
It'll be a short one.
I'm
but-
50-50 in the sense that like, yes, holistically this doesn't look good, but each one of these things are kind of minor.
Yeah.
And like also you also have to figure these are all in different jurisdictions, different states, like those don't always pile up. So like
mean-
I'm 50-50 on this.
Maybe. I don't think he'll go to jail for any of the previous ones he's done.
I'm just saying.
I
in
think
the,
it's the next
yeah,
one.
I'm just saying in
Oh,
the
yeah,
not
the-
too distant future.
he's gonna go.
I'm not saying like for what he's already been arrested for. I'm saying in the not too distant future, maybe a year or two, will he face jail time? And I
He was
think yes.
charged with felony burglary for what it's worth.
Oh, his felony.
So he
burglary.
was charged. Okay.
yes,
so.
he was charged. He wasn't arrested. He was charged. Well, I mean, possibly both, but yeah.
Well, if he was charged, he'd been arrested. But
That's the most recent one, right?
2 days ago. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he was arrested. Yeah.
In the great state of Vermont.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
the
anyway.
Republic of Vermont.
Okay. All right. So we may not be seeing Ezra Miller as the Flash. We may be seeing him as the Flash. Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? We'll see.
He's the Flash. He's really quick, so we wouldn't be seeing
They're
him a lot.
willing to take $100 million write-offs for movies.
I'm
so
surprised it's going to be a summer release. I'm surprised they haven't been like, yeah, now in March or now in February or January or, Come on.
Or like even like a September release where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we're just gonna release you with all the horror movies.
Yeah. Like, really, what's stopping him at this
Right.
point? Black Adam, I guess, really.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
Swap him out.
Yeah. Any more news or anything before we get into the movies?
That's all I got. All I'm going to say, though, is there's a lot of genre-y stuff in the next, like, couple months. Like, we've had a little lull.
Yeah.
But now the TV shows are going to come fast and furious. We got She-Hulk in 2 weeks, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings a month after that, Andor.
Yeah, it's gonna start
Buckle up,
coming
folks.
fast. So
on TV.
any other? No. All right. I have a really quick Sean's version of Chris's complaint corner. I've been sitting on this for a bit, and I don't know why I haven't.
You had
mentioned
to
it.
mull it over.
Sean's
Sean's version of Chris's complaint.
That's all it is. Sean's version of Chris's complaint corner. All right. So, as anybody listening, and you three here with me know, I do read comic books. Wow. Big surprise there.
Yeah, there's just not a big pile of them over there. in
Not
the
at
corner.
all.
You got a board.
Sean's
I know.
salty situation.
Sean salty situation.
Yeah, that's a good
All right.
one. Yeah.
I am very salty about this. So,
Always board and bag your books.
I do, but it builds up.
Your pile does not say that.
Well, I mean, those boxes have a lot in them. Anyways, I need more boxes. Anyways, so Marvel has took over the Star Wars from Dark Horse a couple years
They
ago.
get that contract.
Yeah, I know. Who knew? So they've been producing Star Wars comic books for a while now. Their big ones are they have Star Wars, which takes place between episodes 5 and 6. They have Bounty Hunters. They have Darth Vader. They have Crimson Dawn, and
The Adventures of Dax.
no. And they
Come
have
on, you would want to read a comic book about a guy running a 1950s diner in the Star Wars universe.
I mean, it's tempting if it's well written. Anyways,
Big Starklighter, attorney at law.
The author just signs his initials, GL. I don't know.
yeah, no, I don't know who this GL dude is. Anyways, so about a month ago, Marvel released a Mandalorian comic based on the TV show The Mandalorian, and so
Let me guess. The first 4 books were the first 4 episodes of Mandalorian.
the only ones they've released is the first 2 episodes of Mandalorian. I was pissed.
Oh, so it's just this is like borderline bullshit.
Yeah, 100% bullshit. I was so pissed when I got home, opened it up, I was like, wait a minute. Flipped to the end, I'm like, and there's Grogu. He met Grogu for the first time. What the fuck?
You
Who's
can't-
reading this? It hasn't watched the show.
Right?
You can't do the backstory because you got to save it for like you got to carve it out for the
Yeah.
flashbacks in like seasons 3
and
and 4,
that's
5,
fine.
and 6.
But give me like random like adventures of Mando. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting
No,
a
give it to me live
prequel.
action.
Oh no, I love live action, but I wanted to check out the comics because I read Star Wars, I read Darth Vader, and I read Bounty Hunters, like those 3, and they're solid, especially the Darth Vader one. Darth Vader is amazing. And so when they announced that they were doing Mando, I was super excited. I was expecting like the adventures of Mando continue, and it's just random stupid adventures that are easier to do on comic book than they would in live action. And that's fine. That's all I wasn't expecting this amazing thing, but to rehash the first 2 episodes, it's so damn lazy. And it's not even adding anything. It's literally scenes from the show.
This is somehow worse than the novelization of a movie.
Yes, 100%.
How much are Marvel books going these days?
$3.99.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bigger ones are usually like $5.99.
Yeah.
Plus, I get 20%. So, because they know me at my comic book store.
Which store?
I go to Newberry Comics
Yeah.
in Attleboro. Yeah, they all know me there. And they have my books off to the side.
you have
I
a
walk
box?
in.
You have a box? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they have
wow.
a pull box. Yeah, so I walk in. They have certain ones pulled.
Everybody knows your name.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty
Sean!
sure. You remember the Friendly Neighborhood one in Bellingham? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I had a pull box there, and I had at least
Yes.
$400 worth of books before
Yes.
they
Oh,
closed
wow.
down.
Maybe that's
Well, they
why.
moved. They
It
didn't,
could
they
be
didn't
why.
close down. They moved
No, they shut down for
Are
a
they-
while.
during the.
I don't know if they came back,
They
but they shut down.
definitely moved.
Oh no, I know that they
yeah.
moved to the just two storefronts over.
Oh no, they moved like different towns.
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
They're I think in Bellingham
Again?
Yeah, but it's like the other side of Bellingham.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, like where Market Basket is?
Yeah, kind of.
Anyway.
Right next to the Newbury Comics.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
That's definitely a salty situation.
Yeah,
there.
I was I can't believe I've been holding on to it for that long. But yeah, that pissed me
They
off.
should just release Star Wars and it's just the movies again.
Yeah, right. Like,
I wouldn't doubt that there are Star Wars books that are the movies.
It's funny because it's like a novelization of a movie in and of itself is not like necessarily bad, but like a comic book novelization, or I don't know
like,
what
it's
like,
already a,
what's the
a
point?
visual
right.
thing. Like,
So like add something to it. Why would
Sure.
it be
Yeah.
literally like you open it up and you're like, I remember that scene from the show. Like shot exactly like this picture is drawn. Like somebody just took a still image and then drew it out. Or it's like the storyboard or something. Like
they
it's,
colored it different.
watch them actually just be the storyboards.
it could be. So like I did read like they did Alien, the original Alien script. They took that script and
Ooh,
turned
and
that into
storyboards.
and yeah, they took that and turned that into a comic book.
I heard about that.
Yeah, awesome. Loved it.
Yeah, wasn't the
Really?
original script like different?
Oh yeah, it's different enough where it's like there's there's certain plot points that it
Yeah.
hits, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's different enough where it was like really cool. The alien doesn't look like the alien from the movie.
And one of them too is like a timeless movie, an all-time like great classic. The other one is like a show we like.
Right.
Like it's not.
Oh, it's a great
that
show,
Also
don't get me
came
wrong.
out 4 years ago.
Yeah, you're not really cashing in on the nostalgia factor.
No, not at all. And it's not like it's been like 20 seasons. Like, remember the first 2 episodes, how they met? Like, oh yeah, I totally remember it because it's not on streaming anymore. Like,
See, Sam, I would definitely say they're cashing in on the nostalgia factor. I think that's the only thing they're cashing in on.
Yeah,
I think
but,
they're
like,
cashing in on stupid people like myself who was like,
Probably.
oh, this looks cool. And instead of looking at it at the store,
That's why
I'm
you got to
just
flip
like,
through the first couple pages
Yeah,
of a
I-
book before you read it.
I like bringing it home and doing it.
Yeah, but you gotta like if you're getting
Sometimes.
book 1, you gotta like
Sometimes
the first couple.
depends on who it is.
I'm sorry, Sean. But you know what I'm not sorry about?
What?
Movies that take place, a lot of it, on a form of public transportation.
On a bullet train?
Yeah.
That is a grade A segue, John.
Yeah. So, do we want to get into it?
I didn't break my neck at all.
All right.
Yeah, let's get
let's
into
go on
it.
to our first movie here. Bullet Train, starring, directed by
Brad Pitt's former
stunt double.
David Leitch, who also directed John Wick,
And
Deadpool,
Deadpool
2,
2.
Atomic Blonde,
Yep.
sort of certain movies.
He
did enjoy and
understands-
did like here.
Action movies and has a decent understanding of comedies
Stunt work as well.
and a lot of understanding of stunt work. Yes.
So this movie stars conglomerate of
Oh
people
my
here.
God.
So you got a full list. So I wrote it down here just for clarity. Brad Pitt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Joey King, Brian Tyree Henry, Zazie Beetz, Hiroyuki Sanada, and Michael Shannon. And there's 3 other ones, but we'll get into
those
we can
later.
get into the 3 additional here. It's,
Yeah.
it's almost like another,
Well, one of
another
them's not
movie
even-
that came out.
Yeah, one of them's not even like Sandra Bullock. Like
But
she's in the whole
heard
movie.
it. You heard
Yeah,
it.
it's
yeah.
her voice the whole time. So that role was originally Lady Gaga's. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
no.
that was originally going to be
That
Lady
would have been
Gaga.
a billion times better.
So Bullet Train, based on the Japanese novel of the same name,
Yep.
is about a group of assassins or hitmen
Yeah.
who are on a train and they all just kind of intermingle.
It is your
essentially.
standard assassins all going after a MacGuffin kind of movie.
Right. Right.
Highly
Oh, yeah.
stylized sort of
Oh, yeah.
deal.
And it like all the stories are intermingled. You're not quite sure what's going on the whole time. Not until the end. Like
The most
everything is
super
revealed.
complicated story I've seen
So-
in a while.
So, my feelings on this is it's funny. All the characters are colorful in the ways that you want. But oh my God, is the plot a mess?
I wouldn't say it's a mess.
I wouldn't say it's a mess.
I'd say
It's
it's, a
just
mess.
it's just a lot.
It
It's
is
just
a
a
lot.
lot.
Oh, it is a
It-
lot.
It's not like it's not hard to unpack though. You
No.
you know exactly what was going on. It's just
Yeah.
But it's
just a
like
lot.
there's so much like unnecessary bullshit going on that like
Yeah.
Well, true, but they're on a bullet train. What else are you gonna do?
you know, not have all that stuff.
You gotta get
They're
there
all there for a
somehow.
reason, and I feel like they sum it up
For a really convoluted reason.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just
The
about
White
a
Death
box
is
of money.
weird.
It's just about a box of money.
But it's not. It's not about a box of money.
Well, it's in the end.
As it's revealed on why they're all on that train, it has nothing to do with that box of money.
No, but that's just the mechanism into which.
Yeah.
A MacGuffin, as
Yes.
you would call.
Sure.
It's a MacGuffin.
So I don't want to really kind of get too much into the plot here, but
Because we
just
will
a couple.
never stop.
I'll go over numbers later.
Just like
I'll
a
go over
bullet
numbers
train.
later. But why don't we do this?
Yep.
We have all these hitmen and assassins. Throw out your favorite. Let's just throw it out.
Lemon and Tangerine.
Mine too.
Yeah, I'd probably say that.
They were the best. So Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays Tangerine, apparently did such an amazing job, which I thought, first of all, I never knew that actor was British. No idea till I watched this movie. I was like, wow,
Is he British?
he is actually British.
Yes, very British.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, compared to like all his other movies where he's
I've
not
seen him in Godzilla
Godzilla,
and
Kick-Ass and
oh yeah, he was Kick-Ass.
Wait, that was the guy. That was the main guy in Godzilla. That's right.
and
Wow.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, and he was Quicksilver.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's coming full circle.
That's
now.
right. He was the leading Kick-Ass.
You missed him in The Outlaw King with that Chris Pine Netflix movie.
I
where
never
he's
watched it.
Scottish.
yeah. So very like surprised when I heard that he was British, but due to his role in this movie and how well Sony watched him do it, because this is a Sony movie, they were like, boom, we got our Kraven. And that's why he got cast as Kraven
Really?
the Hunter in the new Spider-Man spin-off movie.
Now I'm on board. With the
with
casting,
how he
at
did.
least.
Yeah.
Those two together.
Oh,
mean,
they were great feeding off
loved
of
it
each other.
together. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like it's just the plot that loses me, but like I actually genuinely enjoyed these characters.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
each character.
They were stylized
Yeah.
enough. They weren't. They always have this problem of like they're coming on too strong, and like this movie didn't really have that problem. Although there was a bunch of characters who just kind of showed up and then died, and I was like,
Yeah, but
and we
that's
did that why?
Yeah, but we didn't get full backstory of
Right.
most of the ones who had that
How
scenario
about
happen.
the wolf.
Yeah, the wolf.
The wolf was the longest one.
we get a full backstory and then he's dead.
Yeah, but remember the wolf. Even though
Yeah.
you did that backstory, you essentially got two
Yeah.
kind of backstories with it.
And
So-
she immediately died too.
yeah,
so
she
I was
did.
like,
but you know, it's
so why are we doing that?
yeah, but we didn't. Whatever.
Yeah.
like you didn't need it. It didn't diminish or progress the story any further.
Once again,
Yeah.
the plot doesn't fully come together and you fully understand what's going on until the end when you meet the White Death.
I'll give this movie. This movie gets stronger as it's going on.
Oh yeah.
The more they just weed out characters, the more I'm like, okay, all right, now I'm getting into this.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. But each, I mean, I gotta give it credit because there's
no,
a lot.
I
there's
love
a lot
the characters.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of characters that are there to fit into a 2-hour movie, and each one I got a general sense of what they desired,
Right.
and
I mean,
a decent enough backstory that you can progress
they
with the
weren't,
story.
They weren't exactly complex characters, but you don't
No,
need a complex
but
character.
they
absolutely
added
not.
something to it.
Right.
It's regardless of whether or not you think it was pointless, they actually added stuff to the movie.
Yes.
They contributed at least a little bit to move things forward.
Even bringing up the wolf, like he added something to the story.
I honestly feel the best character in this is Lemon, though.
Oh, you like Lemon? I do like Lemon.
Lemon
Like,
is
like the
his,
Thomas the Tank Engine
Oh my
stuff.
Thomas
is
the Tank
hilarious.
Engine is on
Which is-
point.
I
Yeah.
really wish they played that up. Like I had a thought where it's like, what if instead of giving all the characters code names, they gave them all Thomas the Tank Engine names?
As a parent who watches way too much Thomas,
I was watching this with you, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's must be enjoying this.
I was like, yeah, no, Diesel is a bunch of douchebags. I fully understand that. No, the whole Thomas the Tank Engine bit, hilarious. And just to have a normal human being that obsessed with Thomas.
Yeah, but it was
And even
it fit though.
Yeah,
it
when-
was weird because it fit that
and
way.
I love even the flashback when you see Lemon and Tangerine as kids, and
Watching
Lemon
titty
is
as-
sitting in front of TV with his toy train, just like, and you know what he's watching.
They never answer the question of whether or not they're actually twins.
Right? Yeah, yeah. They're known as the twins. One's black, one's white.
It's like, I don't think they're twins.
Yeah. No, and there's even that point where they're like, do they even know what your brother looks like? And then Brad Pitt pretends to be Lemon.
Like, the jokes are genuinely funny.
Oh yeah, no. This movie was funny.
Yeah,
I
Ben-
laughed.
Ben Affleck as a kind of
He was a snatch and
a
grab.
born again. No, but as like this
like,
born
yeah.
again
Oh,
philosopher
I-
who tries to incorporate it into his daily
I do
life.
like love how they include him in this, but like they don't like point at him and go, look at this guy, isn't he so dumb?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, he's like any of us in this scenario.
Yeah.
But
It's
like,
just like
I did like how they referred so early on he's referred to as the ladybug. And then it's not revealed until much later in the movie, like the end, where they say, the ladybug holds all the bad luck for the rest of the world. And it's you're like, oh, that's why he's so damn unlucky, but he's lucky in one part. And that's during the train crash. During that
Yeah,
part,
yeah,
he is
yeah.
so incredibly lucky.
Yeah, he is,
As they say in the end, like maybe it's not luck, maybe it's fate.
Yeah.
And fate is either or.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of a mix of both. And it's like, yeah, he's kind of lucky, but not unlucky. Like he
Right.
gets bitten by the snake, but he already had the antidote
Right. Yeah.
or anti-venom.
Anti-venom.
And it just so happens that the sparkling water is a glass bottle that he can huck at the other guy instead of the regular one where it's a plastic bottle.
Oh man, and I
It's
love
the bottle, the little like introductions of like the Hornet, but it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
the
water bottle.
like the whole adventure of the water bottle.
Like for a 2-hour movie, it didn't feel slow.
No,
It
Oh,
was paced
definitely.
pretty
It was going
well.
like as a bullet train, 100 miles an
Yeah,
hour the
it
whole
really
time.
was.
And I was like, could you slow down? Nope, we're just
gonna
keep
chug
going.
along.
Yeah,
I'm
it was,
really struggling to follow what the hell's going on.
what was really nice is they didn't focus on like Brad Pitt as the main. They
Right.
kind of split it between him, Lemon, and
Tangerine.
Tangerine, and then Joey King's character.
Yeah.
I think they kind of split it between those four, and that was kind of very fitting to make it as long as it was.
all the other characters kind of fit in there somehow.
Yeah.
Which was fine. Those were the three stories that kind of mattered, and even to a point, Brad Pitt's story didn't matter. He just was kind of like,
Oh, he was
unlucky.
there by accident.
Yeah,
Super unlucky.
and it like comes up. He was just. It's because Carver called out sick with a stomach bug. And
So, spoilers, just to everyone. How did you guys feel about the cameos?
I was fine. I liked him.
I really like the Channing Tatum one.
The Channing
was
Tatum one was
And
really
he's
good.
just he's got a great walk.
Is this the sex stuff?
Is this?
I really did enjoy that.
Yeah, Channing Tatum
Yeah.
is really good in cameos.
Channing Tatum was great. The Ryan Reynolds stuff, like
I
it
did,
was unknown.
It was
whether or
1
not-
second, and I was like, does he have to be in everything?
well because it's
because Deadpool, and he
that's
knows
why
the director. And
he
I'm
didn't
like,
have any quips. He had no lines. He just took the helmet
thank
off.
God for that. But at the same time, I'm like, couldn't it just be The Rock or something?
No,
I mean,
that's no. Well,
speaking of people who has to be in everything.
go back. So the director's last movie was what? Deadpool 2, where Brad Pitt had that same type of
Hobbs
cameo.
and Shaw, I think, was the last one.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. That came out. Well,
What do you mean that came out? You mean the movie of the century?
one of the worst Fast and Furious movies. Yeah, that.
I don't think it was honestly one of the worst.
It wasn't.
Well, firstly,
very
it
good.
wasn't a Fast and Furious
And
movie. Let's
and
clarify
Ryan
that.
Reynolds was also in that movie.
He was. Yeah.
Yes, he
He was
was.
a CIA guy.
Yep. That
Oh,
talks
yeah,
to the Rock.
yeah,
He's also the voice of the bad guy in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
We will never see where that goes ever. 'cause-
Well, they're making another one.
No, they're
I thought
not.
they were making another.
Rock
one.
is done.
Hobbs
Yeah.
and Shaw. No,
Yeah,
Hobbs and
he's-
Shaw. Not Fast and Furious.
No.
No, he's
The
just
Rock
done.
is done.
Dissociating the
Oh,
whole
is he?
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, good
Yeah,
for him.
Not happening.
He's got Jumanji money
I was gonna say Black Adam money.
or mana money. You guys had that energy drink?
No.
Mana.
No, I don't drink energy. I don't need it.
Okay. All right.
No, honestly, like as a whole, so when you finally meet the White Death, it took me a bit to be like, oh, that's Michael Shannon.
Yeah,
oh,
it took
I
me a
like
second.
immediately.
Oh, I didn't
recognized
like when he takes the glasses off. I was like, I know that face.
it. And like
This
Michael
has got the
Shannon
light
shows
one.
up with like a terrible Russian accent.
Oh yeah,
It's like I can't tell if he's just trying to play a muted character or he just doesn't care.
I'm so happy he hammed it up so much,
But he didn't ham it up.
but he did.
No, he didn't, because this is
He did,
this
but
is-
he didn't.
This is his acting skills.
No, he's a good actor.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if he's a good actor.
All I have is the movie Bug in my head, and I just can't stand it. So
Bug.
yeah, when he stays up in a hotel room, he thinks it's like somebody implanted a thing in his head. And
Okay, that's a weird Michael Shannon movie to bring up.
it was my introduction to Michael Shannon.
Oh, okay.
Probably the worst movie of all time to some.
I doubt it.
It's definitely on the list.
No, it's not.
Yeah, have you seen Bug?
I don't need to. I've seen some of the worst movies of all time.
Didn't you gotta watch Bug?
I
apparently.
watched the Star Wars Holiday Special without help.
Not a movie.
Anyways,
It's an hour and a half. And
It's a holiday
not,
special.
It is true. It is not a movie.
That's a
Then-
television program.
Then that doesn't count.
But
it is a
all
variety.
right, fine. I watched
Can
Manos:
we-
The Hands of
Let's,
Fate.
how about this?
Okay.
Let's get
We
into
don't need to
let's
keep
get
doing
into a controversial section that I wanted to ask you guys.
Of course.
because I read it for some reason, and people are saying that Japanese movies based on a Japanese book should have all Japanese characters.
Oh, boy, we're getting
essentially the
into
whitewashing thing. In truth, I don't know. I didn't read the book.
Right.
And I'm sure it's about a whole bunch of Japanese assassins, but I think having them as an international, like diversified kind of thing brought like different viewpoints, different stories to it. So you
And
had.
it wasn't that international. It was like American, a couple Brits.
Well, I don't know the book, but I'm assuming
Spanish
there were.
guy.
I'm assuming there wasn't a female assassin in the book.
I bet there was.
Sure,
Probably
I don't.
was.
I'm just going off of.
I have
Going
no
off the
idea.
document.
I've not read the books, so I have no real say
It's
to
a novel.
this.
It's one.
Sorry. The book, or is it a manga or?
No, it's a novel.
It's
a
It's
novel.
an actual novel. Okay.
It's a novel.
All right. I have no real say.
Yeah, I can't say. I mean, yeah.
Do you think this
it's-
would have been better with
it's
all
a-
Japanese cast?
Depends on who the cast is.
Yeah, it depends on the cast, the director.
Right.
Might be even more interesting
Really?
in the sense that like I haven't seen an entire Japanese cast in an action movie like this.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, are you
there's
saying like you haven't watched? Or you
Well,
don't
you've
think there
you've
is
seen
one?
Shang-Chi.
no, he hasn't watched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi isn't
An action movie.
I know, but it's not
But
a
that's not
fully
a
Asian.
Japanese.
Yeah,
It's not Japanese, and also it's not this kind of movie. This
Correct.
sort of stylized.
I mean, there was the
Hey,
fight on
action.
the
Fair
train.
enough.
which
Here's
is
my
close.
take. You can still make it. You
Yeah.
can still make
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie.
yeah. You can definitely still do it.
I mean, I would never be opposed to them.
But
making the
my other
movie,
point
but-
is, this is not the hill I'm going to die on.
No,
Like,
of
this
course not.
movie is not just not
No.
that important
But-
enough.
but, you
where
know,
like,
if-
no, this had to be.
if you make this movie with a full Japanese cast, I don't. Once again, I don't know how the novel is. Maybe they're all Japanese in the novel, minus two characters. The only two characters who are Russian. Suppose that's the case. I mean, I hate saying this, but there's also you have to market this to the Western audience.
Yeah, but like, don't you think we're like we can be mature enough
No, we
to
can't.
have?
No,
Nope.
Sam.
Sorry, one thought.
Are you kidding
Nope.
me,
Sorry,
Sam?
Sam.
No, Sam.
We need an American in order to identify.
Sam, maybe
GTFO this nuance.
Sam,
Oh.
yeah. So in this room, yeah, I think all of us would accept it. The general Western population, no chance.
For what it's worth,
No way.
It looks like it would probably be Japanese cast if it was super true to the novel.
Oh, you're looking up the novel.
Looking at seeing a lot of names here.
Okay.
None of them look like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like for Western audiences, you have Brad Pitt attached because it's a name that you can attach to it.
Well, amongst other
Oh yeah, no.
$700 million names here.
Brad Pitt is the front and center of this movie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But this movie was fine. If you're gonna yell and say it should have been done with a Japanese cast, I'm with John. You still can do it. Why not? I would love to see that movie.
Don't think it's going to make any money.
I don't think so either.
Speaking of money,
Yep.
you want to know?
How's it doing?
All right, budget $90 million. Mm-hmm. As of today, Total worldwide 69. Yeah, opening weekend was 30 in the U.S.
Not good.
So maybe not even with a Western audience it can do.
Yeah.
That big of a difference.
So I've seen, obviously Rotten Tomatoes is a way to judge if people like this or not, and critics hate this movie.
I mean,
I
it
don't-
is kind of a hot mess.
I think
that's my whole point.
I think they're being too analytical of the story.
Maybe I fully enjoyed this movie, and if you like action movies, I would 100% recommend this movie. Yeah,
I'm more of a soft recommend where it's
You're soft?
like, I mean, you're not gonna hate it.
No,
but
absolutely not.
You could skip this.
But the
really.
fact that this, I believe, is a 39% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes,
It's not high.
not at all.
honestly, I can say that. Like,
I
this
can't.
movie's kind of a hot mess.
I don't think it's a hot mess.
I don't think it is either.
Isn't it like another one of those where it's like, okay, not a lot of people are going to like it, but probably not a lot of people hate it either, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
But that
There's not a lot to hate about this,
Right.
but there's not a lot to
So
like.
why does 61%
Because it's
of
binary. I
Yeah.
just think Rotten Tomatoes is a shitty system.
it's not a way to grade how good a movie is. It's just a way to
Well,
grade if people enjoy it. That's all it is.
But that's what you were just pointing to, though.
So
weren't
you're saying, well, no, I'm just saying, like, how is sick? Like, I personally
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed it. Chris, you enjoyed it. Sam, you
kinda-
didn't hate it.
40%'s a lot of people.
Yeah, but 40%. I mean, I'm just basing it off
That's
of the
if there's
three
a
of us.
room.
All three of us. So if we all went on Rotten Tomatoes,
Yeah.
it would be 100% fresh, based
Okay.
on the three of us.
See, I feel bad about that because it's like, I don't really
No,
recommend this.
yeah, well, all
That's
you-
the problem with Rotten Tomatoes is
all-
like it doesn't catch the nuance of, yeah, you don't really have to see this.
Right,
movie.
but
That's why I'm a
all
big
it's-
Metacritic
yeah.
guy.
No,
yeah,
that's
Metacritic's
fine.
good.
But
Honestly,
all
I
I'm
think
saying,
the Metacritic score is like 55 or something. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
it's that much better.
No.
Yeah, it's not
but,
great.
But all I'm saying, Sam, is like, did you hate this movie?
no,
So you would have given it a fresh though you know, if say you wrote an article and rated this and you were one of the critics, you would have written, it would have been fresh, and you could have basically said, you know, it's nothing, the plot is, you know, kind of a mess,
utterly insane and all
but-
over the place.
but you enjoyed like the action sequences and the characters are relatively fun. That gives it a positive rating, a fresh rating. The fact
You
that
know, if
60
a plot
something
of a
percent.
movie is just not that important to you,
I mean, there's a plot. I don't know if you don't understand.
meta-
it.
there is a plot. There is a literal metric ton of a plot.
It's not that complicated.
Metacritic was a
No,
49.
I'm not.
49?
Sean, I'm not saying it's complicated. I'm saying there's a lot. It's not complicated. It's not difficult to follow. It's just a fire hose of plot in your face.
Yeah, and you know what? I was fine.
It's
with
hard to miss that.
That. No, I know. I mean, there's literally the point at the end where he's like, "But what about this person? Oh, this is what happened." And
Which
this
is
person,
just
this
totally the best way to tell your story.
I was fine with it though.
Hey, some Aaron Taylor Johnson trivia. Do you guys want some of that?
Sure, why not?
Sure, hit me.
Sam, he is 15 days younger than you, and his wife is 23 years older than him.
Wait, what?
His wife is born in 1967.
Guess he's living in Cougar Town.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, good for him.
No aspersions. I'm just
Just saying.
different vibe. Different vibe.
All right.
A little creepy on her end, but yeah.
All right.
That depends how old they.
Let's,
I think they've been married for a while, though, so maybe not. Anyway,
Hey, good for her then. Good for her.
A little creepy.
How about just? I'm happy. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, there's other creepier relationships we
There
can worry
are.
with.
There
We
are.
talked about them tonight. Anyway,
Yeah, let's give this a rating
Yeah.
and head on here.
Yeah.
Sam?
I'll give it like a 7.3.
It's 7-3 and you didn't. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We bring this up every time.
Yeah, I'm gonna solid 8 for this one.
All right. And I went with a 7.7.
okay, that's a pretty strong score for 49 Metacritic.
Yeah, right? I think, I just think that the
I
critics
feel
are
like
being
I will
too...
regret
Look,
that in a
no.
couple of months.
I'll put
but
this. You wouldn't regret spending what is
No,
it,
you-
$12 to go see
Yeah.
this.
You're not going to regret seeing this,
Absolutely
but like
not.
if you missed it, it's not the end of the world.
No, exactly. But that's still a fresh rating.
All right. I'll see. There's not exactly much coming
Like,
out for the
there-
next
no.
month.
There
Well,
is-
movies are coming out. Movies are $15 nowadays, and it's like getting up there in price. So you can either regret spending 15
Yeah.
or not,
Or you go on Super Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. Super nice.
or you can go before 1 o'clock. 'cause
Or 1
that was
o'clock,
$10.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Day off. Anyway,
Anyways.
our second feature.
You off tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm
Are you
off
off
I'm off
tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Yeah. What do you want to do, bud?
Well, I gotta pack, but yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I went
Anyways.
for a 6-mile run today. I'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, John,
Sorry.
go for a 6 mile run.
Yeah.
I did drive by your area today and looked over.
Did you?
I didn't see your car there.
Okay. Have you been to my house?
No, I
Okay.
mean I know where it is, but I haven't.
All
been,
right.
No. All right, moving on. Shall we
Anyway.
move on to?
Yeah,
To
our last movie.
Prey, a spin-off Predator movie, I guess you would call
prequel.
it.
Oh, it's a
Prequel?
Prequel.
Like,
Because that
Sure.
has
It's a
such a,
prequel.
thick plot that you
yeah,
could have a
it has
prequel.
very much interwoven into 1982's Predator.
1989.
Wasn't it 86?
89.
Was it
No, 87.
No,
87.
87. All right.
We should do Price is Right rules.
Hey, I didn't go over. So
$1.
I win.
$1.
1719.
Anyway, yes. So a prequel, I guess.
It is a prequel.
It's a prequel.
It's 100%
A prequel in the sense that chronologically.
Have you
yes,
seen
this
Predator
is a
2?
prequel.
Have you seen Predator 2?
No.
Proof that it's a prequel.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's that like one weird reference.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not weird.
It's there.
Spectacular.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways.
Anyway, a Predator movie set in early pioneer times. Did we get a date on this?
1709.
17.
Is it 1709? I thought it was
1709.
1716. Okay.
1709 and is essentially based around a Comanche.
Comanche.
Northern,
yeah.
Comanche.
Northern Plains.
Yep.
Northern Plains.
A Comanche girl played by Amber Midthunder, who you'll remember from Legion. We all said that at the same time.
Yes. That was the point.
And
None of us.
I'm just gonna repeat everything you guys say from now on.
yeah, so you'll remember her from Legion. She stars here. I don't remember her name in this movie. So
Nuru, I think.
Nura. Or
Nura.
Nura or something.
Nura.
Only
And
we had internet technology.
Yeah, right.
who, I don't know, how would you describe her character? She's kind of like wants to be one of the guys, kind
She
of.
wants to be a hunter,
Yeah.
but like she's being held back and
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah, it's not her place. In
Yeah.
sort of the.
She can
But it's
track,
not-
but she can't hunt.
But she's not like shunned upon for learning
Right.
how to.
Right.
No, her
hunt.
brother's very accepting of her. Of like, oh yeah, you're actually a really good tracker.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know if this is your place.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think just kind of worried for her. It's like
Yeah.
you got some bears out there. You got a lot of
Wolves.
Mountain lion.
Yeah.
Mountain lions.
Wild
French.
Frenchmen.
Yes. Which absolutely love. Okay, really quick. So you're introduced to a bunch of Frenchmen,
Yes.
some fur trappers. First of all, love the fact that they're French because
Yes.
the French aren't used as bad guys enough.
You have not seen The Revenant.
Okay. So once. So
Okay.
once again, they're not
well,
used enough.
We could roll back to my review of what's it called?
Last
Falcon and the
Mohicans.
Winter Soldier.
Welcome, soldier.
Welcome Soldier. Falcon and the Welcome Soldier. But like I in that I was like, French is just a great accent for a bad guy.
Oh, it's incredible.
Especially
Yeah.
with the old ones who are like pirates with the bad teeth.
Yep. Anyways, but honestly, it was a nice choice by the director. Who this guy did 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I mean,
and
1700s.
well,
Southern Canada, Northern
right.
Plains.
Yeah.
Well, but
the choice being
yeah, the choice being an English speaking person because everyone has to speak English. But it was just really nice that.
I really like the English for Comanche.
Yes.
Yes.
The Comanches
Yes.
are speaking mostly English. They are speaking some Comanche.
There's like some Comanche words.
But the
sprinkled in
French are speaking
French
with
without
no subtitles.
I love that.
And then
Oh, yeah,
you had
'cause,
the
like-
translator who would speak Comanche
Yeah.
but was English.
Yeah.
That was amazing, and I 100% love that.
yes, I should do that more often. I know that how incredibly selfish that is. As just a native English speaker, I don't give a shit. Like, there's too many things where it's like, and I'm sorry, like, sure, it's a beautiful language, I'm sure, Comanche, but like, just like not watching things in subtitles if I don't have to.
But
you know?
they mix.
This is also not the kind of movie where it's like I want to be immersed in
Right,
the Comanche culture.
But
It's like
they do use Comanche terminology for
Yeah,
different
they-
things, which was nice.
Sure.
They do.
Oh, they got apparently the producer gave them a binder of stuff they had, like of reference material.
Well,
and you can tell.
Well,
think.
the actress, what's her face?
Amber Midthunder.
Midthunder. She speaks Comanche. So
Yeah.
when she
is she part of the Comanche Nation?
well, when she auditioned for this, she did it in English and Comanche.
I think she is.
I think
though.
she is.
part of
I think
Yeah.
she
almost
is.
all of this cast
Well,
is
All of them are Native American.
for First
Prob-
First Nation, or I forget what it is.
It's First Nation up in Canada, Native America down here.
Yeah, I think all the cast is.
Yeah.
Everybody but the director, I think, is.
Yeah, and
but-
obviously the Frenchman.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
yeah.
it's just the Frenchman
Predator.
and the director. Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the was it one of the first or like one in
I
recent
saw that,
memory?
but like I've seen movies with like mostly Native American.
Where
cast.
most of the cast.
Yeah,
is
but
Native
it's like
American.
it's like Last of the Mohegans, where it's like, yeah, it's all Native American except for Daniel Day Lewis.
Yeah.
So like I might actually be the first with a full Native American.
It's certainly
Cast.
the biggest movie with
Yeah.
a full Native American.
Yeah, there's probably some indie ones out there somewhere, but
The Revenant. You movie that I'm sorry.
how is the Revenant an all Native American cast?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, okay, so
Most
the
of
main
them-
actor is A.
most of the movie as well. Leo. Though.
Have you seen The Revenant? Oh, okay.
The bear doesn't count.
But he.
Yeah, the
but
Revenant
he-
sucked.
But
I'm sorry, I
in
didn't mean
this
to-
No,
case,
I'm not here to defend The Revenant. I'm just saying, like, but wasn't this movie like a lot like The Revenant at times? Mostly the French were the bad guys. Because it's so disorienting where you're like, oh, are they aliens? No, they're just French.
No,
Might as well be.
Okay. All right, whatever. Anyway.
not at all. Can I say something? Because
Sure.
you brushed upon it lightly.
go ahead.
Like this movie, like set pieces, scenes, designs, like camera designs, angles, everything spot on.
Yeah.
Like really pretty.
This was a
really
pretty shit movie.
This is a pretty movie, and this was a fun movie.
Yes.
And also, like, just weird in this day and age, we have an hour and like 20-minute movie.
yeah. And
Yeah.
What, just barely an hour and a half?
It was
Or
very-
maybe
it was just
slightly
over
This
an
is
hour and a
this
half.
is a lot of ways the polar opposite of Bullet Train, where it's
Yeah.
like very little plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we established some ideas, and now the rest is just the Predator.
But
fighting
I don't
people.
feel like it ever dragged, though.
No,
You know?
no, it didn't.
The
It
movie
didn't
kept
need
moving.
plot. It didn't.
Even
need
though
that
if I
stuff.
was to just like explain this to you, like the plot, like point by point, it'd be like, yeah, she's in the woods, then there's a predator, and then the French, and then it's not a predator, she kills him, and yeah,
yeah,
it's not like a lot happens. I guess is what I'm saying.
no, yeah, and it knows it doesn't really need that. Like
It
maybe
doesn't.
the only thing I think of is like maybe I would want a little bit more of the Comanche stuff. Just like introduce me to what's going on there, but
But even then,
I don't really
you
need
got
that.
you got
definitely
a
didn't
good
need
amount
it,
of
you're
that.
right. Yeah.
You got a good amount of that.
That's kind of just a different movie. You
Yeah.
know?
So
Yeah.
and what's better is I think the inserts of him finding the predator, hunting like the next big baddie, new to the planet. You guys haven't seen him, but the point of the
I'm gonna-
predator is to attack like the prey, to
No, no.
find like the best prey.
Yeah, it's a hunter.
Yeah,
But
it's also
the one thing I will say though is like I don't know if I'm totally right on this, but I kind of feel like I could do without the Predator stuff.
It seems like this movie was written without the Predator, kind of like his last movie. This director's last movie, where
When you say, could
Wait,
you say,
whoa,
could you just
hold on.
clarify when you say predator stuff?
So like all the scenes where it's just the Predator out there by himself, like I kind of want him to just be really in the background.
So,
and
yeah.
we focus entirely on her, and like we don't know what this thing
I
is.
didn't even really recall many scenes.
Oh,
with
there
just
is.
the
There's
predator. Are
like
there?
he kills the wolf,
so it's the snake first,
the snake.
snake, wolf, bear.
It's kind of brief though. I don't
It is
know.
But
brief,
the thing is, it's showing.
It's brief, but
It's
I
showing the progress. You guys haven't
Right.
seen the movies. It's
Yeah.
all about the best. They hunt the
Yeah.
best prey, and
Yeah.
Starting
and it's
small.
and it's showing the
I've
progress of
seen
him
the
finding
movies. I've definitely seen the second one.
like
And
you
AVP.
and AVP. So you know,
Yeah, I know.
It's like
Predator.
and
Yeah.
so what to sacrifice a minute of your time to watch him kill a
Yeah,
snake?
but
and
like,
a
as an
dog?
audience, do we really need all that? I feel like it would be better if like there's just shit going on.
Well, I
and we're
mean,
like,
Maybe if it wasn't,
The
if
snake-
this was the first Predator movie, maybe
Yeah,
that would make
'cause
more sense.
that's the
Skinning
thing with the first
skinning the
Predator.
snake though. It's like insert Nura Naru's line here about who skins a snake like that.
Right.
And then like you're like, all right, now this is the inkling of it. Could
but
be
like,
something
what if we
else.
don't even see that scene? We just see the snake skinned, and we're like, the fuck?
Well,
Once again,
guess,
I
Where,
feel
where
like
it's like, as an audience, we all kind of get what the Predator's
right.
deal
Well,
is.
that's a nitpick.
I
This is a
I
nitpick.
feel
Oh,
like,
no. It is a tiny nitpick
Yeah.
on a solid structure.
Yeah.
But,
I definitely feel like for that, if I went into this movie and being like, oh no, it's just like Comanche girl fighting a bear. Pretty sure that's what this movie's about. And then all of a sudden the Predator shows up and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I feel like that scene would have been fine where like little subtle breadcrumbs along the way being like, this isn't a bear. I feel like that would have worked. But
It's so shitty that movie can never happen, or I mean,
Yeah.
at least in the marketing.
Well-
like it could but the Predator could never
No,
just
no, no, no.
surprise
The-
show up.
the-
But
so
that would be awesome though. Sean.
the closest that I feel like a movie has ever come to something like that.
Midnight in Paris.
No, with not with the Predator, but in was it Underwater, that movie that came out
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning of the pandemic?
What is
Oh,
it,
you're gonna
Cthulhu?
spoil it?
Cthulhu.
Oh, okay.
I already did on the podcast.
Yeah, he did.
okay.
Yeah.
But Cthulhu shows up at the end.
You know,
where
I
it's like,
rewatched that.
Oh
It's
crap!
not like bad.
No, it's really not bad. I have to rewatch it. I enjoyed that movie, and the fact that Cthulhu's at the end, I was like, yeah, H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah, it was weird.
No, that was like the best. They drilled too deep.
No, I get it.
Now
I
the
get it.
old gods are awake. Like, so what?
Yeah.
No, but with this movie, like, you knew it was a Predator movie going in, which I definitely feel like this movie could have been made not as a Predator movie, which is kind of the same feeling you get with 10 Cloverfield Lane, where you're like, this wasn't a Cloverfield movie.
But in a lot of ways, this is exactly what this franchise needed.
100%.
Where it's like it's kind of a boil. Let's go back to basics,
Yes.
but also let's just get away from all this modern shit.
Yeah.
So you felt like the Predator was like kind of just like stapled to this? Like you didn't think it was like
I feel like there's an easy way to make this movie without the Predator.
Honestly, I
I know, but
disagree
what is
with
the
you.
but what is
You
the
disagree?
movie then?
Yeah, I feel like this is a Predator movie
It
from
could
the very
be-
beginning, but it's like, yeah, we got to get back to what the Predator is.
Yeah, and it's like kind of
Yeah, but also insert good filming quality.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
his
absolutely.
use of like
It's well
natural
done.
light and
It is-
everything.
It is
Oh, yeah.
well done.
No, it looked beautiful.
Right? It's awesome how you can
if
have
we've
such a
learned any-
difference between like
Yeah.
the Predator, which was awful.
You mean
in every
dark?
way?
Everything was darkness.
Yeah,
if
but
we've
then
learned-
you have Prey, where it's like, oh my god, he's actually using natural light in movies.
I mean, for like what, the 7th technically Predator movie?
This is the 7th, yes.
I mean, for it to be like the cinematography though, is kind of hilarious. Like if I told you that 5 years ago, you'd be like, "Okay, John."
you're not wrong. You're not, when you watch all the other ones, you're like,
I mean, to be
this is
fair,
not
5
great.
years ago, I would have been like, dude, but The Predator is going to be amazing.
That is funny though that like Shane Black, who's in Predator, wrote that one.
Yeah.
and now, yeah, I guess that doesn't have anything to do with this movie really. But
No,
it
but
just- but then that's
It was just a funny note.
Anyway,
can I talk about The Predator?
sure, of
right.
course you can.
We're gonna get into
So-
CGI too.
No, oh yeah. Well, I just want to talk about the Predator design. So obviously, this is 200 some odd years before, close to 300 years before the last movie. Why's the Predator look like? I love the bone helmet. Loved that. And all of his primitive weapons, because, in like 200-300 years, weapons change. That's fine. I don't like the fact that when he takes his helmet off, he doesn't quite look like the Predator. Like, why would he
Yeah.
look different?
See, that's what I also noticed that too. But then after sitting, a day of digesting, and I actually watched this twice,
Okay.
and I'm like, you know what? I'm not upset about this at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just showing that every Predator is
Their
it
own
could be
special
different
snowflake.
different
Yes.
races, different whatever.
I guess.
Everyone's different. They have their own separate thing. and just accept it. We know it's a predator. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
No,
it's-
yeah. Oh,
There's no
yeah.
question
Yeah.
about
Going
it.
the-
I just don't understand. So I mean, even the new movies kind of like went into the whole like, but there's not just predators. There's super predators too
Well, that's-
that look
Well-
a little bit
Well,
different.
that's
like-
what this movie is. It's like, okay, guys, we don't actually have to jump the shark. We can
Yeah.
just go
Yeah.
back to
Return
basics.
to
Just
Gore.
redo the
Yeah.
movie in a different kind of.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
does
the
it
bone,
help?
The bone helmet was.
Oh, I
on
love the
point.
bone helmet.
Perfect for the time.
Loved it.
Do
Sorry.
you think you could have made like all the sequels like this?
No.
No, but this
No.
leads. Okay,
Not
so let's
but. And when I say this, I mean like, okay, the next one is set like in a different time with different characters.
I was thinking about that. I'm sort of mixed on it. Where
So,
it's like,
well,
I feel
wanna-
like you just get into a different kind of staleness.
let's get into this now.
Okay.
So
I know where you're going, so.
Yeah. So what I thought when we watched the end of this movie, so the reference point is the gun. The gun that she gives to the chieftain
Yep.
is actually the gun that Danny Glover gets from the Predator in Predator 2 at the end.
Yes.
When the Predator loses, his
Yeah.
friend gives him the gun, and it says 1709. It's the person. It's the same gun.
Oh, does
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
That's
what
why
you
they,
could-
they dwell on that gun for a little
Yeah.
bit.
So what you could
It's a callback.
theoretically do is follow the gun through time using different points of time. And I think this is where we're ending up. Is I'm completely open to this door and then stepping right through. I'm completely open. Go in different time periods, different places amongst the world
Yeah.
with Predator, and not necessarily follow the gun, but you can actually just follow the individual predator in that scenario. So you could have one in, say, like Australia, and they do one there with Aborigine, or you can even do with early settlers, prisoners, if you will, from back in that time.
Yeah.
Just follow that time period. You'd full master and commander that shit and just go like have them on a boat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could really go in different scenarios.
I'm just imagining like a Age of Sail fight, but one ship has all predators on it.
But the thing is,
with like eye patches. And
yeah.
shit.
But the thing with the better Predator movies they're not necessarily a return to simplicity. It's just everything about it is rather simple.
Yeah.
And then, like what you said, keep it basic. You don't have to go elaborate with these things.
You don't have to
need-
keep jumping the shark and try to make it bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
I mean, at its heart, is this any different than like a slasher movie?
Not really.
Not really.
Not, no.
The,
It's a- I
the
mean,
main
it's a
character
horror
is being
franchise.
hunted by something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horror franchise.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But to go with the whole like, by going back to basics, is this like go with the scenario of the first movie. You're in the middle of the jungle in South America. Guys with guns shoot, bang, bang, dead. I think the reason why Predator 2 worked so well is now he's in it was marketed this way. Now he's in the concrete jungle. He's in the middle of a city. Yeah, things are a little different. Like he can't hunt the way he did in the first one. And then this one, it's like now he's in the Great Plains. And it's kind of nice, like where I would say the better of these Predator movies are the ones where it's like the Predator in a new location and not quite like a stupid location, like we'll get into later. I just like the fact that it's like this, and we have the post credit scene.
There's a post-credit
Was there a
scene?
post-
So,
Credit
did you guys watch the cartoon?
No.
All right, so the cartoon at the end kind of tells the story of the movie.
Fuck.
Well, it's during the credits, and like
Oh, just like the split screen kind of.
how there was like in the background how there was like the stick figures fighting and whatnot. That whole thing that like movies will do. Well, at the end, she kills the Predator, and then like several ships show up to the Comanche Nation.
Oh.
So possibly leading into the next movie is all the Predators versus all the Comanches. That's how I feel like this movie is.
I never want to come back to this.
No?
Yeah.
No.
I think we can
You
progress
could do a
forward.
different Predator movie, but
Yeah.
just never come back to this.
I don't think
This story is done.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a closed
Yeah.
story.
What do you mean?
We're good.
Every time that Predator's stories continue, literally a continuation, it's gotten better. Just ask AVPR.
Yeah, at some I don't mind at some point.
I'm saying
them-
that sarcastically.
Then getting to the point where the gun changes hands back to predators.
I mean, I feel like eventually, yeah, it'll go like maybe do that, but I don't know. I really don't know where I want this franchise to go. I'm very happy with this entry, And
it's kind of a closed book.
It
you know?
is,
Where
and
it's like, oh, I don't know where we go from here.
if you told me 5 years ago that they were going to do a Comanche 1700s kind of thing, first thing I'd be like, oh, how they got the gun. But I also would have been like, all right, I guess it'd be kind of weird. How would all the guns and stuff work? But I think everything about this movie definitely worked for the Predator franchise.
Yeah. Kind of gave it new life in kind of a weird way.
Because, I mean, the big thing about Predator movies, it's like, what kind of weapons does he have?
Yeah,
and
I didn't really care too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's interesting, but like,
No,
I want to see what
but-
this chick is badass with the
freaking
axe and the string and everything.
on a leash.
Just disregard the fact that she learned it in 10 minutes, but like,
Yeah,
let's
the
just
dog. First of all, read this. This is the dog's first and only movie.
yeah.
That is true.
I also-
No, not as in like.
I also read that the dog was ballistic the whole movie.
Yeah.
Also, that's true of the brother.
Yes.
This is the first and only movie he's done.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dakota
thus far.
Beavers.
Yeah, but with the guns, there's always that issue, and I hate to go back, but Star Wars has this issue with weapons and technology where, yeah, it's a newer movie, but you're supposed to be going back in time, so why is the weaponry more advanced?
Yeah.
Whereas this one, you look at his weaponry and you're like, well, he doesn't have the shoulder cannon because they don't have the shoulder cannon yet. He does have the claws on the gauntlet, but he, instead of the bomb, he's got those like weird disc things. That
I was
blow up.
disappointed he didn't do the hand thing to signalize it blowing up like the head.
As we've seen with other Predator movies, each one kind of has their own separate individual weapon.
Right,
so
right.
I didn't really care. I didn't really care.
I'm not here
I
for the
thought-
weapons.
No,
I was more interested in the muskets that the French were firing because that one scene, it's just
They all
shoot,
fire and then they go to
nothing happens,
reload.
and then they just they start like, oh yeah, that's right, we have a 12-minute reload.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. That was a great scene.
It was good.
I'm not criticizing this movie for the weapons. I love the weaponry in this movie, is what I'm saying. Like that, the fact that everything seemed dated compared to the first Predator. Like he doesn't have like laser weapons. Like he has lasers in the helmet, but like all of his weapons feel like they're not what we're used to in the newer Predator movies. Like that was super awesome. I love that.
So we had a nice "don't go into the long grass" moment.
Yeah, I really like that.
I'm glad
scene.
that they let me, because I did scream that when I first saw it. I screamed that, and I'm glad they let me enough time to finish that statement before it actually happened.
I did get the feeling where I'm like, especially watching that scene where I was like, man, does everyone in the Comanche Nation have high blood pressure?
Yes, right.
So much.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That scene is actually a callback to the Predators with Adrian Brody.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And they also have the callback of the "if it bleeds, we can
I was
kill it."
about to ask you, how do we feel about that?
I like
I
It was.
I
like it.
don't think they were like heavy-handed with those. They're just like some nice little winks.
It was corny as hell, but I was like, this movie has earned the right to do
Yes.
this.
yes.
Where it's
Right.
like-
It was so shockingly good. After the end of this movie, I'm just sitting there like, was that really as good as I thought it was?
Yeah.
And
So-
then I just had to rewatch it again.
So let me ask you guys: if this movie is released theatrically, where would you put it? Like for summer blockbusters?
So this is. So I tried so hard to find a budget for this.
Oh,
non-existent.
Not even
What do
like
we-
how much would it make? Like what?
I know,
in your
but
mind?
I'm just thinking. I just
okay.
want to talk budget first. What do we think? It's less than 100, definitely.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, it's probably like 70 or something like
70, you think?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the sets were just them shooting outside the wilderness.
So
and
box
maybe
office,
a couple
box office.
studio.
I think this would have came in opening weekend 30, at least.
That
that.
low.
Probably.
That low?
I'd say 30
maybe
to
50.
50. So the
Well, Bull Train was 30, and that is Brad Pitt.
yeah, that has Brad
Yeah.
Pitt. So
Predator
the
is
original
not Brad Pitt.
the original Predator total, I think, made 58 million in theaters.
Yeah,
but
but
again,
different time,
that
different
was
time.
that was 80s.
How did The Predator do?
not
opening weekend?
I don't know. I gotta.
That's the key.
Anyway, box office not really that relevant.
No,
because
yeah,
it's
No,
never
it wouldn't
gonna
have
be
been
there.
it wouldn't have been a blockbuster.
But where would you put
by
this
any
though?
stretch of
Is this like a
But then again, this is already the highest viewed movie on Hulu.
Yeah, it's
or
true.
whatever that's
Can we? I want to talk about that too.
Okay.
Do we want to move on to that, or we want to?
Well,
stick with, you want the
I guess
numbers
no one
here?
wants to answer my question. So, okay,
Hold on.
I put it number 2 behind Top Gun.
Oh, like okay.
this
right.
year. You think?
Yeah, That's like my second favorite movie of the summer. Yeah.
Okay.
So Lifetime for it, the highest is AVP at 80 million.
Well, yeah.
And then Predator is 60.
How about
And then The Predator is 51.
It only made 51.
Yeah.
total.
So I mean, you would have got that crowd definitely to go, but
yeah.
I think reviews would have
Oh.
kind of thrown this up a
I'd
little
say
bit higher.
that's like 2025 tops then in this day.
I mean, the reviews on this have been positive.
Very positive.
Yes.
Very, very positive.
Certified fresh.
Like best Predator since the first one.
Do you think? Do you
what a
think
lot
it
of
would
people
have
have said.
been? I don't know about that. Number 2 with box office of the year
No, I'm just saying
No,
like your
it-
favorite
of the summer.
of the summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah.
It's been a weak summer, I feel
Yeah,
like.
that too.
Yeah, not a lot of great blockbusters.
No.
I'd say for me, it's probably Top Gun, that, and Nope.
Yeah.
So what
Which
about
is not
Everything Everywhere? Is that
great.
That was
spring?
pre.
That's not
That was
summer,
pre.
yeah.
That's pretty all right.
That was March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either February or March. That was early this year.
Okay. Going back to the Hulu.
Yes.
It's number 1, they said, on streaming for anything, TV and movies.
Yeah.
Opening. They said that's what they said. Is this the best streaming movie out there? I mean, I tried to think of hard
all time?
Of all time. Is it top? Not the best,
this-
but is it like up there?
Okay.
Because think about opening movies. Streaming only. Streaming only.
No, I know. The problem is this movie wasn't made to be a streaming movie. This movie was being made to put in theaters.
But like they spent $200 million on what the hell is that movie we just saw with the
Gray Man.
Ryan Gosling?
Gray
Gray
Man.
Man. I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a movie made.
I mean,
the
it
money
would've
was
been-
for a theater.
No, it wasn't.
$200 million is a theater.
It
made
would have
movie.
been
No.
That's, but that's
Netflix
'cause
being
is just
stupid.
Dumb.
Well,
Yeah,
that's. I mean, how much did they spend on Red Notice?
it's the same.
The same.
Same thing.
That's a movie.
But once again, yeah, I understand that.
I mean, eventually, like them being dumb is also thinking like,
But
this is the amount of
Fox
money we're normally gonna
Fox
spend.
had the full intention of releasing this in theaters, and it wasn't until Disney picked up the rights to Fox where they made the decision to make this. Not because they didn't feel like it was good enough, they did it just to stick it to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I think this
But
is the last Fox movie.
they didn't-
which I feel
I
like
think
we've
so.
said 3 or 4
I think,
times.
but they
know,
didn't
I know.
finish this movie. They didn't film this movie until Disney bought them.
Well, yeah, but it's probably
it was in the
green-lighted
works.
and
Yeah,
developed.
it was already in the works.
Yeah, but like the money hasn't already been spent. You spend the
It's
money
been
when you're
budgeted,
doing it.
though.
But
Yeah.
who knows if they? Yeah, but
Everything set. Everything was like
Yeah.
essentially set.
The thing though is, would I say is this the best streaming movie? Of course, but like this wasn't supposed to be a streaming movie. Like we brought up last time.
But there were other
Batgirl-
movies that were supposed to
Batgirl
be
was
released
this-
that got sent to streaming. direct.
I understand that, but like Batgirl was originally supposed to be a streaming only movie with no intention of releasing that. in
Okay.
theaters.
HBO
Okay.
Max.
Let's bring this over. As a norm, is this the best streaming movie? Because nobody gives a crap about what we just said. What you just said.
no, but it's top tier, which is really speaking
Yeah. Okay.
ill of streaming
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But-
what can we say is up there? I'm sorry, I just throwing this out
better
because I
movie than
tried to
this-
think. Like Greyhound, I think is
Better movie
top-
than this that
one
was
of the top
released.
streaming movies.
We talked
I
about-
know, but
I
can't-
no,
can't.
but you're
Like,
not.
It is.
You're,
It is.
But it's the bar that.
How
it is.
about Pig?
Pig was theatrical
Yeah,
release?
Was it
theatrical.
actually?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it was in theaters.
Wasn't like same time.
Not wide. No.
Yeah, I know, not wide, but
Yeah, it was theatrical
It was
release.
that. It was
okay.
theatrical and then
and also
SVOD.
it's
Or no,
also
not SVOD,
it's
but
also
same
very
day.
tough to
I brought this.
judge that based on the past 2 years, where a lot was released in streaming the past 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It's probably
I got a couple right here. Power of the Dog, Coda,
No,
Mitchell versus Machines,
I think
Yeah, that
Code
was
is
pretty
better.
Luca,
Okay,
Changing the Game.
I don't know what that
Neither
is.
do I. Yeah, we're getting into stuff I don't know.
Is that the Kevin Smith movie? I mean, Kevin James, where he's
I don't know. I scrolled really fast.
okay, where he's the Saints coach.
Oh God, no. I don't
Hustle.
think so.
That's Netflix.
Hubie
Turning
Halloween.
Red.
Yeah, you're right. This isn't Hubie Halloween.
Dude, I watched Hubie Halloween again.
Yes,
It's still
well, come on, dude.
hilarious.
Just wait a month and we can talk about it again. On the pod. When are we gonna do Con on? Yeah, actually, Chris and I will do Con on. You guys won't do it that week because you'll be busy with Haunted Hill. Chris and I will be doing Hubie Halloween Con on Classic.
That's a classic now. Okay, all right.
It's been a year?
2 years.
Years.
Dude, dude, I love that movie. Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh,
That was
the new
supposed to be
one.
theatrical. though.
Borat
Yeah.
Coming to America.
Borat was probably going to be theatrical.
The
but-
Five Bloods.
Some of these don't. Some of these.
That's
don't.
the
Yeah.
issue of the past 2 years. Is so much was released on streaming that were supposed to be theatrically released.
And I don't know. Do you count The Gray Man as being theatrical? Because it was.
It was technically released theatrically.
Meg,
It's
Mulan,
like
Nomadland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No Madland had a theatrical release. I thought.
Yeah.
No,
That was
That
after.
was-
That was after the stream.
That was 2021 that came out. I don't think that had a theatrical
That
release.
was after. I think they. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it was.
But that was you could rent that though. To me, a streaming movie is like only ever on the thing it's on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
well, eventually all the streamers you can buy on or rent on,
Right. Well,
yeah.
Amazon. It was Sound of Metal
not
was
really.
streaming.
Can't get an American Pickle anymore.
Soul,
true.
Raya.
I think it's up there. I don't think we're gonna.
I would
have
never
a
put.
streaming movie.
Yeah, it's hard for me to handpick. This is the greatest streaming movie
My
of
eyes
all
are
time.
killing me from
Right.
scrolling.
Because it's The Irishman. So
Oh god, that movie.
Anyways,
Oh boy.
no, I
soon to be Killers of the Flower Moon.
so let's rate this and then quickly go through our list.
Can I just say
Yeah.
the sound quality of this compared to any Netflix movie is miles better. I don't know if you guys have
theatrical.
this issue, but
Yeah.
Netflix movies, the sound is awful.
No, I
every
don't.
dialogue I can't hear it. I
do
and
not
I
have
turn
that
it up.
issue.
That's a lot of movies though.
That's every Netflix movie that I've seen so far. Every
Yeah.
Netflix
I know-
original movie.
Well, they
I
get,
know different apps are different volumes on my my TVs. So like some apps I have to turn up while other apps I have to
But
turn
it's
it
not.
down.
It's not the app itself. It's the dialogue is low, and then the explosions and everything are super loud. I don't
That's-
change any volume.
That's also not Netflix's fault.
It's the edit sound,
That,
whatever
which
it
is
is.
in Netflix.
Sound mixing.
Sound mixing.
Whatever. I don't care. It's whenever I play a Netflix movie on my TV, I have to turn up the dialogue, turn down the sound. My kid screams in the middle of the night because they're like, "Why is the floor vibrating?" It's miserable.
Okay.
Just Hulu, so much better right now.
fair enough. We didn't talk CGI. Not the greatest. I don't
No.
care.
The
Loved
bear-
him killing a bear.
Yeah, the bear was
Concerns
kind of,
over the bear.
I feel like they would probably touch up the CGI a bit.
if
this
anything,
was
No.
if anything, the
theatrically
weakness
released.
was the bear.
Yeah. Honestly, what I think.
I don't
this-
care. I wasn't dragged out of it though.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't. Yeah.
And like
it was a
honestly,
cool shot when the
'cause the
predator's
set-
holding
I
it and the
loved
blood is
that.
pouring
I
on
loved
it.
that.
The set pieces themselves were just
And-
spectacular.
And the fact that like you see a somewhat visible predator just like punch a bear and knock it out, like that was awesome.
I kind of wanted in that beaver dam to just a beaver family sitting in the corner,
just chilling.
like, what? This is our house. What are you doing in here?
That would if this was the Joss Whedon movie, it'd be like, can I help you? They say in beaver and she can understand it for some reason. Anyway,
Think about the size of a beaver to fit a full-grown, girl there.
one last really quick point.
Uh-huh.
At least I think we do to some extent too, the rest of us, hop on people for like the endless, like just IP, like everything has to be IP.
Mm-hmm.
None of it works. This worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how you make an IP movie.
Yes. And like, just somebody come in and have a new fucking take, even though it's almost the same movie as the first one. But you do it well, and I don't know.
You just like change a few things.
It's not
and
that
you
hard.
Just stay to the
Just-
core of
just
what you're doing.
Not that hard.
And just keep basic cinematography. Just directing. Just keep it basic. You don't need green screen everywhere.
yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. Anyways, let's give this a review.
Okay. I'm going to go 7.8.
Sam,
8-3.
7-9 from me.
8-9.
Ooh, that's Wonder Woman.
At the end of this, at the end of this year, I might bump it. Just depending on how many times I watch it.
So Chris, I guess you and I are the only ones who've watched the
All
Predator
seven
movies.
probably.
Yeah, There's one I haven't seen, and I will talk.
I've watched all 7
I will
numerous
bring it
times.
Sam, you didn't do a list, did you?
I made a bit of a list.
All right, John, you didn't do.
I have a list.
Oh.
Number 1 is Prey,
right.
and that's all.
And that's the only Predator movie John has ever seen.
Complete. I have seen a good chunk of AVP,
Okay.
but I never have watched it all the way through.
I'm very surprised that you've never seen the original Predator. Very.
It's
surprised.
a glaring hole.
It is.
Maybe it'll change next week.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, Sam, do you want to run through your
So
4
at
movies
top
you've seen?
right now, and this is tentative, is the first Predator.
Okay.
But like, Prey might jump this. I just got to give it more time to just sort of rest in me. Mm-hmm. So that's my 1 and 2, and following that, Predator 2, and then AVP.
Okay.
And those are all the ones I've seen.
All right. All right.
Can I just really quick? Prey's a great title.
Oh
It
yeah.
is, yeah.
And it's got the font, the Predator font on it, so you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
I think that's also like a great movie poster to have. Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah,
the fog.
the
with,
fog with
with
the outline.
highlight. Yep. I really like that.
I'll try getting that for this.
Can we get it for the room?
I think we will.
Maybe
I'll give you a
replace the
couple. I'll give you a couple.
AVPR.
What's posters?
No,
How much do posters
no.
cost nowadays?
I don't know.
Are they still like through $4.99?
No, they're more expensive than that.
Oh jeez.
But Sam, say what you will. Yeah, it was a bad movie.
Actually, you know what'd
but
be
like
sick?
I love that poster. That is an amazing poster.
This is the Alien versus Predator
You know what?
Requiem.
Maybe
poster.
maybe
Look it
at
up.
Comic Con this year, if they had a metal print of the poster, that would be sick.
Okay.
For what? For Prey or Predator?
Prey.
I
I already have.
I
You know what I
would
have?
doubt
You know what I have a
that.
metal print of? I think
Yeah,
you were
I've
there when
seen
I
it.
bought it.
Yeah.
It's Predator, Sigourney Weaver, but written in this like the Contra video game
Yeah.
label. It's sick. It's
It
hanging
is
up
awesome.
down on the wall.
You guys. My God. Sometimes it's. Whoa. All right. Sean, what's your list?
Well, okay, so Chris and I don't know, we might actually differ in a few parts. I feel like the middle might be the same. Anyways, I'm going to start
bottom.
at the bottom.
Where are you including the Predator somewhere?
Yes,
In the,
yes.
okay, you are. Okay. So
you both have seen all of them.
We've seen
I
all of
have
them.
not seen the Predator, and that's why it's my last, because I don't want to see that, because my God, I know everything about it, and just something about them being like, hey, autism is the next step in human evolution, and that was made less than 5 years ago, is so insulting.
So the Predator's your bottom one. Mine's AVP 2.
Okay. AVP 2 is my second. from
Yeah,
the
mine
bottom.
is the Predator.
Yeah, so those two switch.
And
And
then
that's fine.
there's a gap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Then
massive gap. Then I have AVP.
Same.
Okay, cool. Then I have Predators.
Okay, we're different
Ooh,
now.
what do you have?
I have
then?
Predators too.
Ooh, okay. All right. Then this is weird.
Number 3 is
Number 3, I have Prey.
number 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go into this. So
Okay.
right now, number 3 is Prey for me.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Maybe that might change in a couple months. I'm still digesting a little
Yeah.
bit here.
So you
It
have
could
Predators.
switch. I have Predator with 2. And number
Predators or Predator?
2. Predators.
Okay. So okay.
2.
The what's
Yeah.
this?
So those two could switch for me. I'm
So you guys
in
really
there.
liked Predators.
It's a good movie because
Yeah.
okay.
It's,
It's-
the last Predator we had was AVP Requiem.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was it's like
But-
let's get something in there.
Predators was a unique take on the Predator.
Okay.
Where it was just like, let's take a bunch of people and throw them on a random planet.
But it wasn't like cheesy Predator,
Right.
where everybody's kind of like not hamming it up, but they're like a lot of beef in the barn. This was just like these guys are like badasses, and they
Yeah.
just don't know where the
Like
hell
Danny
they
Trejo.
are.
That
was in
was
there.
Rob. Oh, well, you just answered my question.
Well, he
Who
produced
directed
it.
Oh,
yeah,
he produced
he
it.
produced
Yeah,
it.
he
Yeah,
directed
Danny
it.
Trejo is there. The guy from the Unicorn. What's his? He's got a weird name.
Walton Goggins.
Yes.
Yeah,
Goggins
he
is in it. Adrian
Adrian
Brody
Brody is in it.
What's his face from that '70s show?
There's a few. Toby
Grace.
Grace.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, he's in it. yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne randomly shows up in the middle of it, which is great.
Yeah, that's like the one.
Oh, I
like,
love that
part
part.
that I didn't.
It's so
I didn't
dumb,
like
but it's so
much.
great. Like everything about this is like, well, that's dumb, but it works.
So your number 1 is Predator.
Predator.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I think I can't fault people who would say like Prey is better than Predator. I can't fault people
can.
for people saying that, except like I think Predator was just it was a thing of its time.
It's one of those movies where it's like Predator. You sit down and watch it, and the opening act, you're like, how is this a monster movie? And it's like the whole attack on the camp and them saving the girl. You're like,
Yeah.
this isn't a horror movie. Like what? And then it gets into it, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll
that's-
talk about it more in depth when we do a Con-On Classic.
Con-On Classic. Probably next week because nothing's coming out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I have Predator 2 as my number 2. I mean,
Really?
yeah, Glover and Gary Busey.
Yeah, but does that make it for a good movie?
It is a good movie. It is a good movie.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good,
It's-
but they're just
and you have oh God, Game Over, man.
Bill
God,
Paxton.
Bill
Paxton,
Paxton's
yeah.
in it too.
that's right.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's I'm not denying that, but
And
it's still
it's like
just-
war-torn LA, and there's a predator picking off all the gangsters and
But
whatnot.
it's not. I don't know.
By the way, I should mention if you are looking for a rewatch, these are all on Hulu.
They are.
The
Every
Predator
single one.
is on, I guess, on FX if you have a login.
Yeah.
But they're
I-
all on Hulu
yeah.
otherwise.
Yes, even the AVPs.
Might be a Predator weekend for me.
Yeah, 7 movies.
Oh no, never mind. I'm busy.
Yeah.
The only thing
Hey, we're going on vacation, babe.
there's a
we're gonna
drive
watch
up.
all the-
You're gonna watch it on the drive up.
Yeah, who's driving? Do you think?
I know. I'm lucky my wife gets car sick if she's not driving, so I'm like, all right, I guess I
You get to read the pile of comic books.
Oh, that's what I do. I bring like a ton of them and I just read them on the rides.
You're just watching Predator on the biggest iPad while your daughters are just like looking over your shoulder.
Actually, what was I watching today? I was watching The Expanse today, and my oldest was watching it. It's just, I don't know. Where's the bad guy as the aliens on the screen? Okay.
But yeah, so those are our Predator rankings. I mean, for the most part, we were similar. We do agree on the worst two, and those two were so bad. And it sucks too because in AVP Requiem, you get what you want that you didn't get in AVP, which was actual predators fighting actual alien xenomorphs.
What I wanted was that scene where the alien does the explosion thing.
But like the humans and the plot of that movie were just so dumb.
AVP?
AVP.
Oh, we're not getting into that.
The second, the one that I have a poster of. But I love that poster. Love that poster.
Fair enough.
Could I give you guys another list?
Sure.
Predator list?
What?
All right. So we're going to go top to bottom. Number 3, grizzly bear. Number 2, great white shark. And number 1 is a T-Rex.
Number 1 is man.
T-Rex.
On that note, if you like all of our episodes, you can find them on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher, all the streaming services. Next week is going to be a classic, I believe.
Sounds that way.
And then the week after that, we get a whole bunch of stuff. Right?
TV wise.
TV.
Yeah.
TV. Yeah, we're going TV.
By the way, What We Do in the Shadows is fantastic this season.
Yes, right?
I'm finally caught up.
I didn't watch this week's episode, but I watched,
I don't think
The week before was really good.
Yes, it was.
I don't think I've ever fallen asleep in any more TV shows than What We Do in the Shadows.
Crazy. But you enjoy it.
Sure. I mean, the later season, every episode is getting better. There was season 1 at the end, season 2, I'm just checked out.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Anyway, so that does it for us for this week. Until next time.
Bye.
Adios.